Hey, Mason. Is everything all right? His deep voice held concern. It took you longer to answer than normal. By my calculations, you should have reached Skye. Have they given you problems? Ferne manoeuvred her mini into a parking slot. She squashed the irritation that rose at her brother's overprotectiveness. She was the same with him. They had been that way since they'd lost their parents in a plane crash. I'm here. The drive was uneventful. Have you gone to the house yet? She grinned, shaking her head as she put the car in park. I haven't. He released a long sigh, and she could well imagine him running his hand down his face as he did when he was restless and agitated, or worried. There's still time for you to come home. No one has to know you're there. I'm not afraid of them. Ferne, he said, reminding her of their father when he chided her, very British, with his voice dripping disappointment. She closed her eyes to the gorgeous backdrop of the Black Coolin Mountains. I had the same argument with myself the entire 10-hour drive here. I have to do this. You're all I have left. And you're all I have. But that doesn't mean we should shut ourselves away from the world, or stop doing what's right. The Druids on Skye are in danger. If they're toppled, the rest of the Druids around the world will fall. Another sigh. This is a dangerous thing you're doing. Ferne opened her eyes. So is what you're doing. Excuse me, he said after a slight pause. I admit, it took me longer to sort through things because I was preoccupied. If it weren't so important for me to be here, I would have turned around and come home. She took a deep breath and released it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you're not looking into whether Mum and Dad's accident was more than that. There was silence on the other end of the line, then a soft, bloody hell. What you're doing is much more dangerous, Mace. You should have told me. The elders can bloody well sod off, she snapped. She pressed her lips together. They want to control everything and everyone. Neither of us have ever been satisfied with the reports from the plane crash. If the London Druids had anything to do with the accident, then they'll be watching you. Us. She winced at the truth of his words. They don't care about me. It's you they've always had their eyes on. Mason chuckled, surprising her. You sound just like Mum. The smile left his voice. Just as you have to do what you're doing, I need to do this. I know what I'm doing. Trust me, Ferne. I do. I'm going to get us answers, and while I hate that you're on Skye without me to watch your back, it's better that you're not here. Not after they kicked you out of London. She rolled her eyes. If they do anything to you, I'll burn them to the ground. That's how I feel about the Skye Druids. She grinned. I almost feel sorry for anyone who comes against us. I don't, he replied, no humour in his voice. It's what happens when tragedy strikes a family, and all they have is each other. Ferne wanted so much to reach out and hug him. I'll ring once I'm at the house. Stay in touch as you promised. I'll be just as worried about you. He paused. Find out all you can about the Druids there. Just, I know, she replied. Be careful. The same goes for you. She disconnected and turned her attention to the landscape. Her worry for Mason wouldn't lessen until she returned to the family estate in Derbyshire, but she couldn't do that until she finished on Skye. But now that she was here, she knew it would be harder to leave than she'd ever anticipated. Ferne unbuckled her seatbelt and stepped out of the car. The air was damp and chilly, made more so by the soft wind. She grabbed her purse and walked around to open the car's boot. After she'd tucked her keys and mobile into her pockets, she hid her purse and dug out her hiking boots from her suitcase. Once she'd changed shoes, she put on her coat and secured the car. Then she walked around the vehicle. So, this is Skye, she murmured. She started across the road to the trail that wound through the land, a path that millions of feet had walked. Like all of Skye, the pools had originally been for the Druids, but there was no stopping change. Now the fairy pools were a popular tourist stop for anyone who visited the Isle. Not that Ferne could blame them. After tripping a couple of times, she had to force herself to look away from